Hey guys, it's Metro, and today we're out here on the Pine Mountain Trail. That's right, we're doing a through hike from mile marker 23 to mile marker 0. Getting dropped off at the country store, put my car there, thanks to Fred's on a walkabout. Can't wait to get out there. It's a beautiful day. Let's keep moving. So one, there are no shuttles on the Pine Mountain Trail. If you are planning to do a through hike, you're going to need to find someone to help you drop your car off at one point and then have you dropped off at the other. Now, I like to hike towards my car. That way I'm not stuck out in an area by myself waiting for someone to come pick me up. Thank you again for breakfast and the ride. That's very nice of you, because there is not a shuttle system out here on the Pine Mountain Trail. So if you are planning to through hike the PMT, you're going to have to set up logistics ahead of time. And again, my friend is going to be hiking in at Mollyhugger Hill while I get dropped off at mile marker 23. But to do that, I also have to drop my car off at the country store. So here we are checking in, and check out this view. So if you're new to this channel, I want to encourage you to hit the subscribe button, because we do weekly updates with places to hike throughout the Southeast and beyond, gear reviews, and so much more. Love to have you join the channel. And if you are new to this channel, make sure you put a comment down below, as I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, in case you can't see it back there, that's the country store. Nice little view here at mile marker 0. Pine Mountain Trail is that way, but we're gonna jump on the road, go to mile marker 23, so let's keep moving. Okay, so number 2, you also have to reserve campsites in advance. Another thing that makes it a little tricky is that they don't let you just rent a space at a campsite. You have to rent the entire campsite. So depending on what campsites are available, this might impact your ability to do a through hike. So if you're curious about which campsites to reserve, I particularly like on a 2-night hike to stay at Sparks Creek on night 1, and then I would like to stay at Turtle Hollow on night 2. That's taking it pretty casually, breaking up the trip and enjoying the trail with some substantial extra time. On the second time I ever did the through hike of the Pine Mountain Trail, I stayed at Beach Bottom, which is a little over 13 miles on day 1. Now, depending on your skill level, I'm sure that you should be able to make that. But obviously know yourself, know your limits, don't push yourself too hard. But the Pine Mountain Trail is an easy to moderate trail. The terrain is somewhat rocky, rooty, and there are some waterfalls along the way. All right, so we're starting here. Today we're making our way all the way on the Pine Mountain Trail up to Beach Bottom Campsite. Again, Pine Mountain Trail. Now the first couple miles you're going to run into 4 waterfalls. The first one being Kazanka Falls, the second one being Big Rock Falls, followed by Slippery Rock Falls, and then Cascade Falls. And that's all within the first 2 miles of the hike on the Pine Mountain Trail. Dry feet. Dry feet. Yeah. Nice. All right, so we've made it to the first campsite, Bumblebee Ridge Campsite. It's right up in this area. Dry camp, but you got water down there. And then Cascade Falls is only a half mile to the right of here. But anyway, get a nice little view from this spot. All right, so we just got done with the first couple miles. On the way, you'll pass Kazanka Falls, Big Rock Falls, Slippery Rock Falls, and then also Cascade Falls. So 4 sets of waterfalls within the first 2 miles. You're gonna see most of the foot traffic here on the trail within that area because it has the most allure. Now we're getting into a section we probably won't see anyone at all. All right, so we're at Old Sawmill Campsite. We're about 2.3 miles away from the WJSP TV tower. Rocky Point, only 2.6 miles this way. So past the waterfalls, you'll run into one of the largest loblolly pine trees you will find on the Pine Mountain Trail, Big Ferny. And every time I see a big tree like that, I like to give it a big old hug. All right, so we just passed mile marker 3. As you can see, that nice little ridgeline there. It is beautiful out here in the winter. During the summer, it can be treacherous. I'm telling you, there's lots of ticks out here, bugs, chiggers. Oh my gosh, got ate up so bad in July. But right now, nothing's alive. This is about 35 degrees out. Now, if you're just getting familiar with through hiking or doing longer distance hikes, the Pine Mountain Trail is an excellent place to start. It's only 23 miles long, and it provides so many great things like waterfalls, overlooks, and beautiful, beautiful scenery all along the trail. 2, if you're also looking for a great through hike, I would recommend the Foothills Trail. I just got back from that hike, and if you're interested in learning more about that video, I'll put a link up above. All right, you'll notice there are some pedestrian as well as equestrian trails out here. They don't line up the same, so you might cross over a couple. In fact, you will cross over a couple like we just did. Passing the mile marker number 4, 19 miles to go. I think about 7 miles left for today. Nothing big, except we have one little pop coming up, which is up to Dowdell's Knob, and then it's pretty much even kill from there. So anyway, making our way. You might recognize this campsite. This is where we stayed last time with Fred's on a walkabout, for a senior hiker. Nice. Start to see the clouds starting to clear up in the horizon. An excellent little overlook here. Just talked to senior hiker 77. He's hiking in over at Molly Hugger Hill. Just past the big poplar tree. I'll be seeing him, as well as Fred. It's on a walkabout. I think in about three hours is what I think it's going to take me to get there. We'll see. It's right at 11 o'clock. So 2:30 is what I'm guessing. So after you get past Rocky Point Trailhead, mile marker 5, you will come into a rock garden. There are several rocks and little cliffs that you'll be walking along and so forth, so you better watch your step or it might be your last. Another favorite of mine, Big Oak Springs. Been here many times on the Pine Mountain Trail. Love that. White blazes back to that campsite. Very private. Love it. All right, so this is my favorite campsite on the Pine Mountain Trail. So that climb out of Sparks Creek all the way down there, that's pretty much it. You can see the ridgeline in the background. So we went from baseline and we're heading up there. You can hear me panting in the background. It's a nice little way to get your heart rate up for sure. All right, so we're almost to the ridgeline here, but you get the view. I'm not sure how much of a climb that was, maybe 300, 400 feet, But again, you get a nice view. It looks like the sun is coming out. All right, there you go. Now we're hiking on the ridgeline here. Nice. I think it's about 1.5 miles or so to Daldell's Knob. There we'll have some lunch and we'll continue on. I found it. It's my GoPro. Alright, so after you come down that ridge line, you start to descend a little bit. Go past Brown Dog Campsite in a little bit. Head in onto mile 16. Here is the new Brown Dog Campsite, which is up that way. It was just a little further down. But either way, we're getting close to a water source. So if you wanted to rehydrate or camel up, this would be a good spot. All right, so we're just over there, creeped down, crossed over that water source. Now we're just walking into the sun. Glad it's out. Temperatures feel like they're in the 40s now. It was pretty cold earlier. All right, we just hit mile marker 15. So the next real big landmark for me would be Daldell's Knob, which is the highest point on the Pine Mountain Trail. It's just a little over 1,000 feet in elevation. It's not a huge climb, but there are some parts along the way that are going to get your heart rate up. All right, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Leonidas on the trail. He's the one that actually got me started on Tailwind. This is an excellent energy drink, electrolytes, has caffeine in it. Yeehaw, this stuff will put some pep in your step. So thank you to Leonidas on the trail for introducing me to Tailwind. Wow. Only got 14.7 to the country store. I could probably do this today. I'm just kidding. 7 hours would take me to do that. Down here at 8 o'clock. No way. It's 1 o'clock now. Just had lunch. Leaving Daldell's Knob. Back on the Pine Mountain Trail. Little memorial here. There's little areas drilled out in the back where they put flags. Remember what happened here? 1953. Boom. Plane crash. Elephant Rock. I don't know. You see an elephant? I kind of do. Put a comment down below. You see an elephant? So here's a glimpse of during the day, during the winter, walking on the Pine Mountain Trail. But you can just imagine how overgrown this area can get in the summer. This place is full of chiggers and ticks. So make sure you treat your gear accordingly, but again, massive overgrowth, especially on the warmer months on the Pine Mountain Trail. All right, Bethel Creek campsite. It looks a little slanted. As you can see, this campsite definitely looks slanted. Coming up, mile marker 13. All right, so we're coming up on a road crossing here. Now, I don't remember passing by this area for whatever reason. I just don't remember driving over this. Anyway, we're on the Pine Mountain Trail. Again, blue blazes. Don't see them. You're on the right trail. We are making our way. Yeehaw. Abracadabra. This water stinks. It smells like it's got minerals in it. It looks really rusty. Lots of tannins. Anyway. Mile marker 12. Whiskey Still campsite. Looks like we have done 11.2 miles today. We have 11.8 to go, but I'll be camping soon. Boundary State Parks. Oh, beach bottom 1.8. I don't know. Looks like I got a little further than I thought. All right, so that's big poplar behind me there. It's crazy how big that tree is. Drop my Dragon Bowl. Vitamin I time. So we came from down there. A bunch of switchbacks. Now we're cruising along the ridgeline here. Shouldn't be much more than a half mile out. We have made it to our campsite, Beach Bottom. Look how beautiful this campsite is. Running water. Nice. Well, what a beautiful campsite we have for the night. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. So again, if you are planning to do a through hike of the Pine Mountain Trail, make sure you list how many people are going to be at your campsite. If you do have people join you, you can always have them go to the office and let them know that you're going to be there. There's some paperwork that you need to have, but more importantly, those fees do support the state park. All right, so here it is. This is my new tent. This is the Hyperlight Unbound 2 tent. I have never taken this out of the package yet. I just got this for the holidays, and I just swapped out my Z-Packs Duplex L with this tent. So I'm really excited to set this up and give you a first-hand look of what this tent looks like. Again, super small. Comes in an extra large stuff sack just to take it out so you can see what it looks like when it's all condensed. This is super condensed and super small. So let's see how this breaks down inside the tent. Alright, so as you can see here, it's got an actual area it's cut out for it to vent, so that's really nice because these types of tents get a lot of condensation. But again, one of the key things here is you have a waterproof zipper on the outside. That's a lot different than my Z-Packs Duplex L. Alright, so one of the cool things about this tent, got magnetic straps, simply roll them up, good to go. And again, you have a zipper here. It's not a rainbow door, but it's more a single stroke. Again, you can keep it on one side so it's easier to get in.
Only good thing about doors on both.
So I store everything inside these Hyperlight pods. This is the new side loading pod. This is where I actually put my quilt inside of it. As you can see, it has a roll top and stuff it on the side. So it's a side loading pod. So inside these pods, I have inside and outside bags. Inside here, I keep most of my electronics, a pillow, miscellaneous items like my hygrometer. So what's wild about Peak refuels, they all have different proteins, right? How much is in each one? This one is 53. Hey John, how much is in yours? Protein on the front? 41. So it's amazing that the
21. Oh, 41.
41, yeah. So
how many is on yours?
53.
Oh, is that good or bad? I don't know.
Well, I would say more grams of protein would be better, especially when you're hiking.
This is the first time I'm trying beef stroganoff. First time. Usually that what you got, the Alfredo chicken pasta, is number one in my book.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
This is calories. So I'll put that on the podcast. 22 $22.39 for 2 of them.
I want, you know, because I figured everything was gonna, I was panicking. So I bought a whole bunch of the REI.
All right, this is the chicken Alfredo pasta. Has the most protein and it tastes incredible. Yum. This is a 5 out of 5. This is definitely going on with me on the next trip. Can't beat it. Calories are good, protein is good. Chicken Alfredo pasta, get you some. Yeah.
No, but you know, I wasn't trying to.
Morning is breaking. Okay.
Got a little Lucy light here. This is up for like 14 hours, no problem. So again, I got this for 20 bucks on sale. I thought that was a great deal. Anyway, Lucy Light Pro solar, get you one. So with a Dyneema tent, you're gonna need to carry a light load towel. In the morning, you're gonna get the moisture off. I don't know if you can see. Maybe I can show you a little bit of beads of moisture here. Anyway, the point is you want to get all of that off on the inside because you don't want this to get packed away with it all wet. Otherwise, you'll have that moisture on the inside when you come back to camp the next day. So again, make sure you do a good job just getting off as much moisture as possible. A lot of times with these cold mornings, it'll be frozen. In this particular case, it was just my hot breath. All right, so as you can see, I've got my stuff all packed up in these pods. Quilts, clothing, electronics. Put this in first, second, third, then I put my food bag in, and then obviously my tent. But that's just my setup. I just wanted to show you how I break things down at camp. All right, so it looks like we're all packed up inside here. Gives you an idea what the footprint looks like. Again, nice tent. Very happy so far with the Unbound 2. Again, I need to figure out a little bit of the tweaking, make sure I've got everything set up properly. But again, to give you an idea, love the zipper doors, love the magnetic straps to keep the doors open like this. It is a perfect tent. If you're in the market, definitely check out the Unbound 2. All right, all packed up, nice and dry. Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get booking it, buddy.
It's time to get booking it. Abracadabra. Just keep walking. Go that way. Now, in the morning, I got up at beach bottom and then made my way towards mile marker 0. Only had about 9 miles to go, but those 9 miles I felt were a little bit more taxing. I don't know if it was because I pushed myself a little bit on the first day, but I got up pretty early, around 9 o'clock, and made my way towards mile marker 23. Beach bottom campsite, country store, 9.3 miles to go. Just past mile marker 9. As you can see, the sun's coming up over the ridgeline. That's just beautiful. Alright, so we're at Jenkins Springs campsite. This is where we spent last New Year's Eve, or day I should say. Hiking in the winter, you're going to get some great views all along the way. So in this particular section, heading towards mile marker 0, I started hitting some more inclines and started seeing some more overlooks. The terrain is super rocky, and Rudy did get to bang at my toe a good couple times. So make sure you watch your step and you're wearing the proper footwear. If you're going out, I would not recommend wearing anything less than the trail runners. I have seen people out there in sandals. Don't recommend it. Make sure you wear some good footwear if you're planning to hike this hike. Go up these stairs and up over the ridge, and we'll be at the next trailhead. I believe that's Fox Den Cove. I don't know if you can see that. It says Fox Den Cove, trail mile 6.2. Here's the Pine Mountain Trail. It's just a few more miles to go. I think I'll be rolling at about 12:30. What do you guys think? It's about 9:30 now. 9:38. Broken Tree campsite. Road crossing. We're on Roosevelt Inn, scenic overlook. What a view. All right, so I'm out here on the Pine Mountain Trail and I run into Russ. I have met him once before on the Pine Mountain Trail.
Yeah.
And I was on a through hike then with Crow, was that?
That's right, yep.
Almost 3 years ago. So 3 years ago now, I'm running back into Russ. How you doing, my friend?
Good, man. Doing good.
So you got some big plans for the year?
More hiking.
More hiking.
Yeah.
That's
starting out the new year on a hike, and hopefully that's the way the whole year is gonna go.
Awesome, my friend. Well, it's good to see
seeing
you,
man. Take care.
Let's keep moving. We got 3.2 miles. 1 mile to Dead Pine campsite. Ran into another hiker out here. Ed, big shout out to you. Good luck as you go back out to the Grand Canyon doing the rim to rim to rim challenge. That is incredible. Again, it's awesome on the tail end of this through hike. I'm running into people. It is New Year's Eve. I'm just in good spirits now. I'm feeling really good. Again, only 3.2 miles to the end. We're creeping on 11 o'clock. I definitely did not make 12:30. There's no way. Woo! All right, so another cool thing is that you are going to have multiple road crossings along the way. So it's not like you're just going 23 miles into the wilderness. For those that are about to hike the Pine Mountain Trail for the first time, I would recommend going out and doing a couple sections just to get familiar with the terrain. But again, they're going to cross multiple roads along the way. So if you need to get off trail, you can always have that option for someone to come pick you up if you cannot make it the entire way. All right, so that way is to the No Name parking lot. That way, I have no idea. It's probably leads to nowhere. We're heading this way. In this area, it's called the Hatchery Ponds, but this entire pond is empty. I've never seen it like this before. It's kind of creepy. It's completely drained out. All right, so we are at Dead Pine campsite. This is Senior Hiker 77's favorite campsite. So if you are looking for his preference, make sure you check that out on the Pine Mountain Trail. Here we go. All right, so this is the overlook parking. This is, I think, the last time we're gonna cross the road here. Nice little beautiful view. So this is it, the final mile. Through hike 3.0 out here on the Pine Mountain Trail. Everyone refers to this last mile as the longest mile. I don't know if it's because if you're looking forward to the end or if they actually made it longer on purpose. Who knows? If you know the answer, put a comment down below. Love to hear your thoughts. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. 23 miles to WJSP Tower. Pine Mountain Trail is done. We are walking out of here at mile marker 0, baby. Oh yeah, that was a fun, what was it, 27 hours and 13 minutes. All right, we have made it to the end. This is excellent. All right, so that's that. That was my last hike of 2023. So if you found any value in this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and send me your comments as I do respond. As always, thanks for watching, but until next time, let's keep moving.